Hi, I'm Ashley Allen. In my Learning Frameworks class, we were asked to discuss a couple of the things that we've learned and how we've put those into real-life situations. The main thing that I learned right off the bat was that I'm an auditory learner. I thought that I was actually a visual learner, so it kind of made me think about the way I do everything. So I decided to go and change up the way I took my notes. Before, I would write down in the outline form, and I would write down every single thing on the PowerPoint. I would try not to miss anything, and if I did, I would go back after class and go find her PowerPoints, and I would write down every single thing. But because I was an auditory learner, I decided to change and print out everything and see if that would make a difference. That way I'd be able to listen and highlight any main ideas that I needed. After doing that, I realized that I don't listen as well as I thought I was going to, and I would get distracted easily because I would realize, like, oh, I already have this. I don't really need to worry about it. So I decided to go back to the outline form because I wasn't paying attention like I thought I was going to. But this time, the second go around, I wouldn't write down every single thing. And so I would take more time. I would write down the main topics, but then I would have that time to listen and actually pay attention to what was being said instead of going and writing down every little thing and trying to remember what I needed to write instead of paying attention to what was being said. And that has actually helped me out a lot. I feel like I've learned a lot more doing that, and I'm able to remember what she said rather than remember writing down a certain thing. Probably the second thing that I learned was about self-management. I was one of the people that believed it was called time management, but I was corrected when I got into this class. I ended up writing down time frame by time frame everything I did, and I was able to see where I spent the most time doing things and if I was actually wasting any time. Before I did this, I used to cram a lot of things into the last minute because I thought that was the only free time that I had. But then when I had my whole schedule planned out, I realized that I actually had a lot more free time than I thought because I was wasting a lot of time. I used to waste a lot of time preparing for what I needed to do, and so by the time it was time to do what I needed to do, I didn't have as much time to actually do it because I was too worried about getting prepared for everything. So that actually helped me a lot. I ended up finding out that I had a lot more free time. I would cut all my projects into little bits and pieces and do them in those smaller time frames that I had, and that actually helped me complete the project ahead of time because I worked on it a little bit at a time instead of waiting till the last hour to do everything last minute. That actually freed up a lot of time for my son also, because I thought that I didn't really have enough time because I was always busy with school. But when I cut it into little pieces, that actually freed up a lot of time to, take my son to the park or even just read a book to him. And then money management was a big thing that I've learned in this class also. I learned when going grocery shopping to write down everything on my list that I needed and not to get anything besides that. It was a struggle at first because I'd end up writing a lot of junk food, or I would get there and be like, oh man, I forgot to put that on my list. I need to get that. But after I've practiced, I've actually realized that I'm a lot better at it now. I get only the things I need. It's cut down a lot on my junk food. And I get a lot of meals. So this has actually helped me out with my fast food problem also, because I have those meals, I don't have to worry about, running to McDonald's because I didn't have food, because that actually helped me out a lot. Probably the last thing I learned would be the career project. I actually found out that the degree plan that I thought I was going for at TWU, they don't actually have the bachelor's that I wanted. They only have the master's. And so it actually opened my eyes to realize that I do need to do a little bit more research into what I want to go into to make sure I can get everything done successfully and get through it as fast as I can, because I am trying to hurry because of my son. But I have actually found a lot of other schools that have the bachelor's program that I want. So I'm still looking into a little bit more about where I'm going to go, but I'm very confident that I want to go into healthcare administration, and this project has helped me out. This class has actually helped me a great amount because before I came into the class, I was thinking I didn't need it. I was a sophomore, so I didn't need to worry about it. I made through the first year. Why do I need to go and learn about how to make it through the second year? But this has actually given me a lot of great things to, use towards life. And I'm actually really, really happy that I did take this class. But, yeah, okay, well, thank you for listening.